Hello friends, you're watching Tax Dosti videos. Today we will be talking about export of services, taxation of export of services, and taxation of foreign commissions. And there is a big difference because the taxes that you have to pay vary with these kind of amounts. So if my voice feels different, I have a little flu. Excuse me for that. But we will be discussing section 154A. We will be discussing section 154A, export of services, as you can see, and section 233 of the Income Tax Ordinance 2001. We're talking about taxation of services in Pakistan and taxation of commission income. So, section 154A, export services. First, we'll see the structure of this section and the other section, and then we'll compare where your income is likely to fall. So the structure of this income, this section is that any services that you export from Pakistan, they have divided it into a few categories like export of services. This part is applicable for IT freelancers in Pakistan, then services, then technical services. These are for other people, then royalty, commission income, construction of contracts, and they even have foreign commission here. The difference is that if your services fall under this section, then tax rate of 1% or 0.25% for IT freelancers, and for the rest 1% will be deducted from you or will be payable as tax payable by you, and it will be final tax for you, meaning that you will pay on the gross amount of services that you exported. If we compare this section to the section 233, let's go to section 233, which is brokerage and commission. If you come under this section, which is basically a principal and agent section, meaning that if your relationship, your contract is that of a principal and agent, and if you receive amount under that contract, then definitely it will be considered brokerage and commission 233, and the tax that you will pay will be considered not as final tax, but it will be considered as minimum tax. And the tax rates are also vary from 8% to 12%, depending upon a few things, since advertisers have been singled out in this section. Separately, all other commissions are either 8% or 10% or 12%. For advertisers, there's a different rate. So this was the basic structure of these two, brokerage and commission, and let's see if the wording of the section gives us an idea of what we have to, what kind of service, because their services have been clearly defined. What kind of services? All others can then come under commission if, for example, if they don't fall under this commission. So for exports of computer service, IT services, you can clearly see that in this contract, a person is providing IT services from Pakistan to customers outside of Pakistan. Here again, services are provided by, under a contract, and services means when people have to provide labor services, meaning that they are actually involved in providing those services and they have to give time to the client. Those are called services. Otherwise, if you are getting, for example, from AdSense, your ad is running on website, or from YouTube, that is royalty. We are not discussing royalty today, but that is royalty. And this royalty also is different because you can see tax laws are not simple. They have many layers in them. There are some requirements. So we're not going into detail. We're just discussing that either you have to pay 1% tax or 10% tax, depends where you fall. And it's important that since this is just information, you have to consult your tax lawyer, tax consultant and ask him whether he is putting it in the right place or not, or because if it's in the wrong place, you may have to pay more tax. So for construction contracts executed outside Pakistan, this is also only the foreign commission due to an indenting commission agent comes under this section. You can see that if it was not mentioned here, even this commission would also be covered under section 233, but this commission has been given here, so it will not fall under section 233, and other services which the board may render, and then there are other requirements. So 1% tax if you fall in these, and especially if you fall as a IT exporter or IT enabled services, all of the definitions are given, so your service should match the definition given in the law, then you can come here. Otherwise, other services are covered by these sections, and then there is some requirement to file documentations and here, and there are some other things that are important to know, since you will be using all of this section to justify that you come here. If you don't fall here, meaning even if you are earning foreign commission, or if you are providing any kind of service but it is commission based. Now, how can you tell that it is commission? What is the difference? Well, the courts, if they look at this, if a case goes, they will definitely see the nature of contract. If the nature of contract is to provide labor services, meaning not blue collar labor services, these are white collar labor services, meaning IT professionals, accountants, consultants, like you can see this construction contracts executed outside Pakistan, or foreign commission due to an indenting commission agent, commission earned outside provided. So a commission agent works so that the client gets the goods, and if it's such kind of contract, then definitely it is export of services. Now, going to the commission part, how do we know that this is a commission contract? Let's jump to page number 473 in my book. Now, brokerage and commission, first of all, there is a relationship of the principal and agent. Principal and agent. And importantly, the commission is being paid because the agent is doing something according to the principal. Now, it is much like employment. Just as you do a job, you can't do your own will 100%, meaning that they may give you work, you do it yourself, or you be a manager, but it will be according to their parameters. What are their office timings? What kind of jobs you can do? As a IT freelancer or a service provider in previous section 154A, you were free to do the job like web designing or accounting. You were given the scope of the work, but how it is done and how much time it will take, it was open. Here in the principal and agent relation, definitely there are parameters. So if you have a contract where you can only provide certain services, or you can have you have certain responsibilities which you have to discharge, otherwise you won't be paid as an agent. So then definitely it is definitely I mean that you need to look into your contract. Maybe it's not a export of services contract, maybe it's a commission contract or a brokerage contract. And the wording of the section here, the section 233, also includes foreign commission, foreign brokerage also. But definitely this video is just for information. You need to go in detail of what contracts you are signing, what kind of income they are, and where will they fall in the tax law. So you are watching Tax Dosti videos. I'm your tax host and tax host, Advocate Anthony Williams. Let's meet in another video. Thank you very much.